University.
Okay, so my name is Lela Owens. I'm from Riverside, California, and I graduated from Duke in 2020. The best thing about my Duke experience has to be genuinely all of the relationships that I formed while I was at Duke. I'm getting married this fall, and I met my fiance, all my bridesmaids, and most of the groomsmen in college. So all of like outside of my family, all of the people that I'm closest to today, I met almost 10 years ago now in undergrad at Duke. So while I was at Duke, I studied computer science. I didn't really know for sure going into college that that's what I wanted to do or necessarily like what I would do with a computer science degree. But I did take a class in high school, AP Computer Science, that sparked my interest. And I liked the subject of computer science because it was challenging, but also because I kind of like I kind of took it as like a personal challenge to go into a field where I didn't really see a lot of representation of Black people in general, but especially Black women. And so I think there was a part of that that was like enticing to me, exciting to like kind of pave the way in the field because at the time like I really wasn't aware of too many Black women in computer science. So that was a big part of it for me, but also that it was just like a challenging kind of area where you can kind of like solve problems quickly and test things out in code like very quickly. So you get that like instant gratification, which made it a lot more fun to go through. Okay, so my first job at Duke, I'm actually still in my first job that I've had since graduating. I started working full time as a software engineer at Google in 2020. And 5 years later, I'm still there. I have moved teams. I've been promoted in the last 5 years, but yeah, I work at Google in Google Cloud, working on a storage product. The most important thing that I've learned in my career, I've learned so much over the last 5 years, but I would say that the most important thing I've learned in my career has probably been figuring out how to like show up authentically at work. I think again, like being in a field where you don't really see a ton of Black women, especially in like big tech companies, it sometimes is kind of hard to navigate like how much of myself should I bring to the job versus kind of like performing to like fit in. And it definitely like is a case by case scenario, but I think over the last 5 years, I've definitely learned how to show up a little more authentically and be comfortable in my own skin while I'm in those spaces. And so like just kind of figuring out that balance is can be challenging, but I think it's important to be able to show up at least as some version of yourself that feels true to you while you're at work. Okay, one piece of advice I'd like to share with current Duke students who might be in CS or interested in technology, coming down a similar path as me, is to really like I can't overstate the value of like mentorship and community and supporting one another. Again, in a field where Black people and especially Black women are so underrepresented, we really need to rely on each other for support and like help navigating those spaces. And so I know when I was an undergrad, I did like rely heavily on mentorship and advice from alumni and staff and faculty. And I really don't think I would have made it to Google straight out of undergrad without that help. But also now that I'm on the other side of things and 5 years out, I really like feel it's important to give that back to current students or people that are coming in behind me that might be facing the same challenges that I was facing. And so I just think it's hugely important. And yeah, that's my advice to to really take advantage of the mentorship, but also remember to pay it forward when you get to the other side of things. Okay, students can connect with me on LinkedIn primarily. I'm on LinkedIn. I actually check my notifications and my messages. Um, yeah, I would say LinkedIn.